G'day and welcome back to another episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups, proudly sponsored by Minisport. On this episode, we are talking about the CV boots available from Minisport. So a CV boot is what holds the grease inside the CV joint and prevents it escaping, therefore keeps it lubricated, therefore enables you to keep going on your journey. Now, on pretty much all classic Minis and Mokes, the outer boot will look something like this. Sometimes the inners will either have one of these fitted or it won't, depending on the style of setup that you're running. So these are a wear and tear item, just like a pair of shoes. They do wear out over time. They are made of rubber and they do have two clamps securing them on either side. You can buy a special tool as well, which we'll talk about in another episode, in order to tighten up the steel clamps around here. And do make sure that when you replace these, you replace the clamps and the grease inside there. It is imperative that this keeps the grease in and anything getting out of it. If you don't, you're gonna run a CV joint dry. It is then gonna cause clicking, it's gonna cause failure, premature wear, and before you know it, hey presto, you're stuck on the side of the road with no drive. They do come as a kit, so you do get two new clamps, the boot, and some grease to go in it. Make sure you clean out as much of the old grease as you possibly can when replacing these. As I said, you can buy a tool to tighten these up, and make sure you do use a steel clamp around here and not just a cable tie. But to do it right, you really do need the metal ones, which are sitting behind me just here, which are these. They are super sharp. When you put them in, make sure when you cut it, you then fold it back on itself. That way you don't run the risk of cutting yourself if you're sticking your hand up in there. Worst case, you can even just roll it a little bit and then clamp it in there. So that's just a quick little Tomo's Tech tip. So you can buy this as a full kit or all the parts individually, but you might as well buy just a kit and maybe even just a little bit extra grease, just to make sure that you apply as much in there as you possibly can. Check out the full range at minisport.com. If you're unsure, give them a call and have a chat to them about the parts for your vehicle. Catch you on the next episode of Tomo's Tune-Ups.